Oh, I guess I'm live now. All right, let me go share this over on my Facebook page like I always do. Boy. Well, I just got off the cast with the authors of After the End, who is Amy Plum, Sleep No More from April Lynn Pike, The Taking from Kimberly Durting, and Dorothy Must Die from Danielle Page. And although we did have one issue from getting everybody onto the actual show, other than that, everything was fine. Let me open up the Q&A over here. I'm not exactly sure what was going on, because I know that Google Plus started this showcase thing where I can add like live links, but it was crazy because I was trying to log in through my other account via my website, but it wasn't working. All you could see was a showcase, so I'm not exactly sure what was going on with that. But let me post this. Book Babble now live about Mail Hall, Leaky Cauldrons, Swag, and more. They might want the link. That might help them. Oh yeah, it might. Okay, so we'll see if anybody is going to be coming on here. Let me go invite people. Yes, I can't do public. Oh, I guess I'm doing my following, so I don't need you. Okay, so let's invite all of those. Okay, so I can only do the following. Okay, so everybody has been invited. Let's see if this works. The Giver. Actually, yes, I do. I think it's behind me. Oh, it's like above me. It's like right up in there. And there's other copy I was just looking for. Oh my god. This shelf right here, this is for a book club. And The Giver is actually this really skinny one right between those two books. Oh, because we're going to be reading that for my book club. Tonight we're actually meeting for the book club. We're going to be discussing the Selection series. I'm going to have like 80,000 windows open for this, aren't I? Boy. Me make this window littler. It's a little bit smaller. Okay, and then go back over here to my events. I don't want to look that up. I want to open it in a new window. Can I open that link in a new window? It doesn't look like I can. Boy. Because I don't have the link on me at this particular moment, and my swag is falling out of my lap. And I should probably go and check that question. And then I'm done with that one. Okay, let me go find this. But right now it's every week because we kind of got backed up. But it's going to start being every other week. But here is the link. I'm going to share it on the event page. The book club is called Not Your Normal Book Club because it's not normal. And it's open to anybody who wants to join. And here's the event for tonight. All of them are live. If you want to physically join the book club, then you can do that here. I'm going to post this link as well. And I'll pop this question on there. Yes, I am actually. The one for The Giver, what date are we doing that one? We're doing that. We're meeting up on here on Google Plus on August 16th at 8 p.m. for that one. So like right now we're doing like almost every single. Oh, I didn't fix that. Why does that say? Oh, I'm in July. Oh, that might help. We're doing like every single Saturday for this month, except for the 23rd. We don't have any books scheduled for the 23rd, and that's where it's going to start going back into that every other week thing. But this tonight at 8, we're meeting for the selection. Next Saturday is Dorothy Must Die, which is this one here. Dorothy Must Die, and then the one after that is The Giver. And we're going to be discussing both the book and the movie. So it kind of gives people a week to go see it, I think, because I think that's out on. Ooh, yeah, I probably should have moved that one because I think that movie doesn't come out until the 15th. I don't remember. You can go look it up because I am not sure. Let's see, movie release date. It doesn't say. Movie release date. Yeah, it comes out on the 15th, and then we're meeting on the 16th. So actually, since I have it in my mindset to do so, I'm actually going to change this to the 23rd because that is way, way too close. And I don't see that on my calendar over here. Ooh, because that is like way, way too close. Because I probably won't even go watch that until that Sunday. So I need to go change that on here as well. Thank you, Sappho Ali. My goodness, that's like crazy. I would have never caught that until it was too late. That's not cool. I wonder if I probably did the same thing with If I Stay. The release is August 22nd, and we're meeting for that one on the 30th. Okay, so I think that one's fine. Okay, yeah, that's like the week like it's supposed to be. Oh my goodness. Okay, so welcome to Book Babble. Out, Annalise.
Can I brush out here?
No, you may not. You can brush it later. Bye-bye. Bye. Shut the door. Thank you. The 3-year-old. So this is Book Babble. This is my weekly show on Saturdays at 6 p.m. We used to be on Spreecast, but now we're officially over here because Spreecast decided to start charging people, and I'm poor. Don't let the books behind you deceive you. Most of them I've either gotten for free, or I've traded other stuff for them, or I have gotten other books and then taken them to the used bookstore to have credit to get other stuff, or I got them before our money crisis came into full effect when my grandmother passed away this year. Okay, so anyway, this is my show where we have a weekly topic, which this week's topic is book signings, how to and everything like that. And then it is also where I show you guys what I got in the mail last week, as well as my brain just died, as well as what I'm currently reading, which I'll show you guys that here in a second. And then you can also see the corresponding, if I can find it over here, the corresponding post for this over on my website, because this is, of course, a meme. And it's Book Babble Import Export, and I am posting that link now. I'm like going to all these different windows. I'm really happy that my computer is so wide, and there is the link there. I just shared it. So that's done. All right. So one of the things that's changing is that I'm actually going to start allowing people to come on air. So if you want to come on video to chat about something that I got in the mail or to this week's topic or whatever, you can do that. All you have to do is let me know. You can toss in the questions. You can toss it over on the page. You can Facebook me. You can Twitter me. You can email me. Whatever. Just let me know, and I will bring you on, because you have to be part of my circles for me to bring you on, I guess, which is weird. I'm still kind of getting used to the whole Google Plus thing. Okay, so first off, we will go ahead, because I know you guys really want to see what's in this. That's what I got from LeakyCon yesterday. I know you guys want to see what I got in the mail last night, because that's what this whole started out as. So, we'll start this out. I got Buy These 10 Bones, which is a paperback. It's a finished copy. This was $5 trade credit from Book Bazaar. And if you're here in Florida, Book Bazaar is at 2120 South Cumbie Road, Lakeland, Florida, 33801. And their phone number is 863-665-3004. Since the other bookstore here in Winter Haven closed, they've been getting a lot better stuff. So this was from them. It looks brand new. It doesn't smell at all. I guess this was actually from Winter Haven High School because there's another stamp inside of it. So that was interesting. The next one is, this one actually kind of has a story with it. A couple of years ago, I was sent, I don't remember if it was an actual book or if it was an ebook, but I was actually sent this one called Alienation to review. And I didn't know that it was a book too until I was about 60% through it, and then I felt so stupid, but it worked out. The author, John S. Lewis, did a very good job with like doing stuff, telling a story in a way that even though you haven't read the first book, which this is the first book, Invasion, it didn't matter. There was a few things that I thought was kind of weird that I didn't understand what was going on, but it wasn't enough to make the story wonky. So I can't wait to go back and actually reread this because it's been a while. But one other thing I wanted to let you guys know, I vaguely remember this, but this is published via Thomas Nielsen, which I think that's a division. It's either HarperCollins or it's Simon & Schuster. I don't remember. Thomas Nielsen or Nelson. I can't read today. And it doesn't say. I swear they're a division of something or other. Well, whatever they're a division of, they're like the Christian division of whatever this is. But don't let that scare you away because it's not Christian based all that much. At least as far as I remember book 2, because I remember really, really loving book 2. It wasn't preachy or anything. So don't let that stop you from reading it because it's an awesome book. The next one that I got, and that was, I don't know how much trade credit that was. What, honey?
Can I have some paper?
No, go use the paper out there. I'm on my stuff. Out, please. Shut the door. Thank you. 2 adults out there and nobody watches the children. Seems to be the way it is. Let's see. It should have been half credit, so it should have been $5 trade credit. The next one is Wildfire, which I know I've had this before. I think I had it in paperback. I still have not read this. These are all from Book Bazaar, by the way. This one was $7 trade credit. It's a hardback. It looks pretty much brand new except for one little tear up here. If you don't mind your book smelling like cigarette smoke, because I have really bad allergies, so I can't do that. But if you don't care, then she's got a ton of stuff. Oh my God, she has a ton of stuff. Okay. So the next thing, I think this is all stuff I already had. Let me see. Yeah, that's stuff that I've already had that I need to sit here and do reviews on. The next one, this one is from Book Outlet. And here's like a little thing here. That's Book Outlet. And I probably shouldn't have shown that because that has my discount code on it. You didn't see that. This is called All Our Pretty Songs. And behind me here in one of these shelves here, I actually have book 2, which is, what is it called? It's called Dirty Wings. So I was sent that one for review. This one I actually purchased, so it's mine. And I needed to be able to read this one. This is a very thin book. I think I paid $2 and some change for this. If you want really good books that are very inexpensive, it just might take about a week to get to you, give or take. That is definitely a place to go. Even their Scratch and Dent, their scratch and dent one, I had gotten a copy of, I think it was the Twin Maker in hardback, and it was $3, scratch and dent, and it looks perfect, other than like one little bitty tear. The next one that I got is book 2. This is actually Arcadia Burns. I love these covers. They are so gorgeous with these snakes on there. They're so pretty. That is actually a series that was translated from German. So I still have an ARC of book 3 that I haven't gotten around to reading because I didn't have the other 2. So I have book 1 and 2. So I'm going to eventually, this stuff that I'm showing you now will eventually show up on my I Own It Mondays meme. The next one, of course, we'll post this Monday, and it has 3 separate books on it that everybody can vote on. And now the voting is via comment and Rafflecopter to make it easier for me to pick winners. And then whoever the people that pick the book that wins, then they get put into that giveaway to win stuff. Sometimes it's a print copy of that book. The next one, I actually already reviewed this, so I'm not exactly sure why they sent me another copy, but I reviewed it as an ARC. So here I got a finished copy of this. It's called The Godless. I'm actually going to just go back through my giveaways. I found it on Rafflecopter, and I'm just going to go ahead and just give this one away. I'm not going to like do another post or anything for it because I don't really see any reason to do so. But many thanks to St. Martin's Press for sending me a finished copy. The book was actually, if memory serves, I think that book was really good. And this is the next one that I got from Wonderkind PR, and if they don't say anything, I'm keeping it. Because I have 2 ARCs to give away because I'm on a tour for this next week, and I about freaked out when I got this in the mail. This is Storm Siren by Mary Weber, and it is so gorgeous. I love this cover. It's so pretty. I haven't read it yet, so if I like it, that's my copy. I'm keeping it. It's mine. It's not going anywhere. And the last 2 is this one's from Cedar Fort. I have been picking up every single cookbook that they send me. Oh my god. This one is called Eat Fresh, Quick and Easy Meals. And I actually just picked up another one, where is it from? From Blogging for Books. It's called Go Fresh, and I'll probably get that one probably next week. And that one's actually from the American Heart Association, Go Fresh, so I thought that would be kind of interesting. I've been wanting to make stuff that, isn't prepackaged and stuff to just, like, do it for a month and see how I feel versus how I feel now. So the first one was what is it, Kelsey? It was like Chelsea's Essentials. I already reviewed it. I still have the copy. I definitely kept that one. And I learned how to make stuffed French toast, and it was to die for. It was so good. So it's just another one just to try and do something else. And then the new book from Blogging for Books that I actually posted my review for this, I think it's for next week. Where is it? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, this is for the 24th of August, and no, nobody can have this one. I'm keeping it. I know that they sent out a feedback form that if they send 2 copies, would you give one away? So I'm really hoping that they start doing that because I really want to be able to give a copy of these books away to you guys. It's because I'm grabbing like every single cookbook they have. But this one's about fountains, like soda fountains, the old-fashioned fountain sodas and stuff, like the cream sodas and stuff. And it shows you how to make everything. And it's really simple. It's not hard. And by the time that we had gotten, because my mom was reading this as well, that it takes you through like Prohibition and like all the older ads and all this stuff. By the time that you get to, let's see what page it's at, that you get to page, oh my nose itches, 55, which is the syrups and sodas, you are so ready to just like take the book with you, hit a grocery store, and go grab whatever you need to make everything in here, because it just gives you so much history as well as all the recipes, and the recipes are really easy. It's not involved or anything. You know, it's fairly simple. You know, I'm not a gourmet chef or anything. If they use like jargon that was like way out there, I would get completely lost and I would have no idea what was going on. Okay, so that is the extent of things that I got in the mail this week. I actually really didn't get that much in the mail this week at all, and I'm gonna like just like stack these up here and pray they don't fall. I'll go ahead and just stack them over there before they come down and crash into my computer and chuck it off the desk, because that would be really, really bad, and then I would cry. Okay, so the next thing is what I'm reading. You can actually check this out from last week's meme. It hasn't changed, I don't think. I try and get it into order and then get it out far enough that by the time it actually posts, I'm actually reading what it says. So I actually ended up moving last week's to next week, this coming Wednesday, because, yeah, I ended up flopping it. But I'm actually almost, you can see, like, I'm right there in this book. I'm almost done with Sleep No More by April Lynn Pike. She was on the show today, and this is about oracles, and it is really, really good. If you read Ask Me by Kimberly Polly, this gives a really good contrast to that, because in which I'm going to have to do a video review between the two of them because they're both awesome, but they give you two different sides of it. Because in Ask Me, their whole thing for being an oracle is that you're supposed to help the people that you get the prophecies from. And in Sleep No More, you don't. They're like dead set against it. You're just supposed to ignore the visions and go on with your life. That's supposed to be solitary because you're not allowed to tell anybody. So, like, you can't get married or anything like that. And it is really weird, but it's really, really good. So I can't wait to see what is going to go on by the end. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Taking. I'm going to be reading that one, and then the one after that is going to be Dorothy Must Die. And then I get to start on next week's books. So that's going to be interesting. I just finished, what is it, After the End from Amy Plum. It's amazing. If you haven't read it, you need to. It's awesome. Ooh, something in my eyeball. So can't wait for book 2, and I guess via the read-on, I am pretty sure she stated it was going to be a duology, so I only have to wait for one more book. So here's for an ARC. Let's hope for one. Okay, so next, people have been asking me for, like, since yesterday what I got from LeakyCon. So I went to LeakyCon yesterday, and I was there all day, and I about died, and I was, like, so exhausted by the time I got home that last night I got in bed, I passed completely out, and I did not wake up to roll over anything until my husband woke me up that he was getting ready to leave for work. So I was that far gone. I was passed out. So with my press pass, and this was also the same swag that everybody else got if you just got like a general lit, I think a general lit, or a day pass. I think they all got the same thing unless you were a rock star. It was this bag that says LeakyCon, it says Let's Geek Out. I was like, 2, why does that say 2? Oh yeah, it's backward stuff. So it was full of stuff, but we'll just go through stuff that I purchased. I found a whole bunch of little buttons. Not sure how good you can see it. It says Gryffindor Pride, and I got Hufflepuff Pride and Slytherin Pride and Ravenclaw Pride, of course. And I got a 1-1 button that my 3-year-old decided that she wanted. And I got pens and a little flashlight. This was from Sharon Riddle. She's an author. I'm thinking that's the same author. I don't think that is. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. She writes for Curiosity Quills, which I feel really bad because I was walking around there looking at all the booths, and I ended up giving her one of my cards because she gave me swag and stuff. And then she's like, oh, Jessica! And I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay. And I did not realize until after I got to the car that she was with Curiosity Quills. I just happened to look at the back and I'm like, oh, that's why they knew me, because I reviewed for Curiosity Quills. One of my favorite authors, Crystal Wade, she writes the upcoming Charming that's coming out here pretty soon, as well as the Darkness Falls series of Wild's Fire, Wild's Army, and Wild's Meadow, which are amazing, as well as Shattered Secrets, which is already out. She's an amazing author and definitely somebody to check out. But there's a LeakyCon pen, and I got all these other buttons here that if you want to see what's in the bag, you can check my Facebook because it's all on there too. I got a poster of If I Stay, and then when I got home, I realized it was signed. And I'm like, okay, woohoo! Won't say no to that. The next thing I got in here, I got stickers from Stephanie Perkins for Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door, and I also have buttons from her as well. She had one little pack on her that she gave me. I got a newspaper from the Leaky Prophet, which is pretty interesting. And everything that I'm showing you guys, like if you're watching this live or taped or whatever, I will be doing a giveaway for things, for this stuff. Not this stuff, but I already have them made up. I have 8 bags of swag made up. So it runs from everything from bookmarks, I open at the close, and We're All Stories in the End. If somebody knows what this one is from, please let me know. It says We're All Stories in the End. I have no idea where it's from. I would like to know where it's from. And I also have a sticker in here somewhere that, no, excuse me, there's a LeakyCon sticker, that it's got a girl's face on it, and it says, I think it says Stare, and for the life of me, I have no idea where it's from either. But I also got a bunch of NaNoWriMo stickers. This one says contains extremely, or context extremely imaginative, and I got a bunch of them. So I'll be giving them away throughout like the rest of the year with of course the other ones. I also have a whole bunch of A Fault in Our Stars bookmarks, and like some of them were signed, so I put them in the swag bags. I don't think I even kept any of the signed ones. I've got so much signed stuff as it is. Let's see what else is in this, and I just like threw bookmarks all over the place. I also got a whole bunch of these, which is just the first 3 chapters. Oh, and there's like a rogue bookmark in there. But all the swag, I think all the swag bags have these. The one I had to fold it. I'm so sorry, but it is in there, and I kept one just because. And the other thing that's in there is the sneak peek. I guess it doesn't tell me how many chapters are in it, but it's the sneak peek of Marie Lu's The Young Elites. Young Elites. This comes out fall of this year. The other one is from Ali Condi. She's the author who wrote MASH, but I'm not exactly sure when it comes out. Oh, I guess that's another fall title. It would have been awesome if they would have had like ARCs there. Let's see. I also have these 2 books for review that they gave me. These are the authors from Curiosity Quills, as well as Legacy, as well as the other one, which I don't know where the little picture is in here. But yeah, I've got a whole bunch more LeakyCon stickers and a whole bunch of little tattoos, LeakyCon tattoos, and a whole bunch of We Need Diverse books, bookmarks, and stickers. I got stickers of those too. There's stickers. And what is this one? This is My Drunk Kitchen, A Guide to Eating, Drinking, and Going with Your Gut from Hannah Hart. There's that one. Okay. I've never heard of her. There's little pads of LeakyCon paper. There we go. And then I also have a whole bunch of extra these, which are these are the little ribbons that hang on the bottom of your LeakyCon pass, which has like adheres to everything over here because I took mine off. Like here's my press pass. These would actually like hang off the bottom of it like that because they're sticky. I'll show you what I'm doing with mine here in a second. I've got a whole bunch of Lori Haas Anderson big postcard things, and a lot of these were signed too, which was interesting. And it's like, I don't know, maybe there was, oh, here's the other book. There's the other book I got for a review, which that one looks really interesting too. A lot of this stuff, like the bookmarks, like some of them were signed and then some of them weren't. So the people at the volunteer table made me a box of stuff. So I have to thank them for that. I've got a whole bunch of these. I didn't have enough to put one in every single bag, so instead of getting all 6 of them, you'll get one. Sorry. I wish they would have given me like the same amount of items for each one, but they didn't, so there wasn't much I could do about it. I also have this here, Wexford School. Not exactly sure what that is. Oh yeah, I have the Young Elite. I'm pretty sure. I think I have it for review. I know. I'm rubbing it in. Rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it in. Let's see. That's all duplicates. Everything else, like here's one that says, it's a sticker, it says, writing is one of the few careers for which you essentially train yourself. The other 2 major ones being juggling and pickpocketing, and that's from Maureen Johnson. And she was there, and I was so bummed because I specifically went and purchased a book, a copy of one of her books, to get signed, and then I wasn't able to get it signed. I was so upset. Gonna cry. Let's see what else is in here. I've got a whole bunch of little Camp NaNoWriter thingies. Remo, whatever. I got a whole bunch of those. And here's another one that says NaNoWrimo Caffeine Ideas WPM. Words per minute. It's so cool. That one's kind of like vinyl-ish. That's weird. They feel weird. Let's see. I think that's all the little flags I found. That's all business cards. Oh, and then I have a whole bunch of little stack of the Waking Dark by Robin. Guess it's Wasserman, which looks really neat. And the flower is made up of like hedge trimmers and guitars and all-in-one tools and saws and gas things, and looks really neat. You can see that. And this is like slowly falling off my lap. Okay, so oh, there's another one. Let's see. I'm going to show this stuff back in here without making a mess. Let's see, and here's another one from NaNoWrimo or Rimo. Your Story Matters. There's that one. And I've got just a whole bunch of these. There's another one that says Limitless Imagination, Dangerous Caffeination, and Questionable Sanity. There's those. And basically all of the bags is just a combination of everything. So some of them might have, like, one bag will have this, but then another bag won't because I ran out. So it just depends on which one you get. But I try to make it as even as possible. I know for a fact that everybody will get, like, a diverse bookmark and stuff because I had so many of them. And some, I think most people are going to get a paper as well. The things that I know not everybody got was the Anna and the French Kiss stickers and the If I Stay poster, because those I only got very, very few of. And I'm pretty sure everybody got a John Green a John Green Fault in Our Stars bookmark as well. And those are thanks to, who made those? Those are thanks to the Color Geek, that she actually made all of those, and there's her information there. Shout out to them. She actually had all those made to give away, which personally I think I probably would have been charging like $1 a piece or something, because those are some really nice bookmarks. And it's so hard to find stuff, because I was looking for a Fault in Our Stars. I was just looking for like a button, and they were all different. They didn't say the okay, they said like everything except that, or it was like an abbreviation of something else that I'm still not exactly sure what it stood for, but it was something else. But here's all these little ribbons. This one says 1 extra hour in the ball pit. This one says rock out with your wand out. Nerd fighter. Leaky staff fandom. This one I'm actually keeping. I don't have that one. There's another one of the rock out, another one of the bullpen, and then I have 3 of them that say love is an open door. So I was attempting to trade these for stuff that I didn't have, but I guess nobody wants these, or they already have them, or they don't want to ship them because I'm not at LeakyCon anymore, so there wasn't much I could do about that. But I will show you what I'm going to do with this. And I actually have an extra one, but I'm not exactly sure what I did with it. I think I shoved it in one of the books that I had with me. So that's going to be a chore. But it actually says I'm a volunteer, even though that I wasn't. They were nice enough to give me one. Because I just wanted something like different, because I couldn't find any of them, and then I just started asking, and I finally found a lot. But I also have these. Some of these will be given away as well. I had a whole bunch of them, and it says Let's Geek Out LeakyCon Orlando 2014, and it will be in the swag bag. And that's what I'm going to do with these now. That's going for swag. Okay, so what am I doing with all these little ribbons? All right, so I've got a whole bunch of them here. Ones that you haven't seen are like this one. It says words are our most inexhaustible source of magic. Wizard activist. And fiction happens, make magic. Okay, so what am I doing with these? I have this wonderful jean bag that I am putting patches on. And I actually had an Eddie Bauer bag that I was doing the same thing with, but it was too heavy. And this is really like nothing is there. So I got all my patches on it, and I'm slowly taking ones off the other bag to put on this. And I have a Harry Potter one to add to this too, as well as like my physical house of Ravenclaw, of course. So I was going to sew all of the ribbons on the strap, because I mean, what else am I going to put on it? Until I actually started sewing. That got very tedious very quickly, and I'm like, I'm going to run out of space really fast. That one's going to stay on there, though. But what I'm going to do is there's a seam back here, and if I'm like really careful, see how it's not sewed all the way down. It's just sewed across the top. And what I'm going to do is like the one for 2014, since that's the year I went, this one's going to get sewed right above it. And then all the other ones are going to get sewed just up underneath of it so you can still read it. I was going to sew them all like up in here, and then you would have to like flip through it that way, but I wanted to make sure that people could see it without having to do that. So I thought, well, I can just do this, and it'll just be like sewed across this top. I don't know if I'm going to actually like sew each one of them to the actual bag, but I guess we'll find out. But they'll just basically just hang underneath here, and then this one will go like underneath this one, and they'll be able to like fly in the wind and stuff. So I might tack them down to each side or something like easy, because I don't want to be there for like gobs and gobs of hours on end. But hopefully, because I've learned my lesson, and that's where today's discussion came from. Next year, if I go, I will only take, you know, like one book from each author that I like severely want signed, and then whatever line has the most is the line that I get in. So that's just that, and be done with it. Because the signing was incredibly insane. Okay, so, okay, hold on a second, my computer froze over here. Let me redo this. Well, now I know that it's working, so I don't have to worry about this. Okay, so today's topic is about book signings. So what do you need to do? Okay, so the best thing to do with the book signing. The first thing you want to find out is whether or not if there's an entrance fee. There's a lot of places like Books for Books that's here in Miami. It's a store. And a lot of other places I know, they will not allow you to bring your own book. That buying the physical book from them is your entrance fee. And then they only have so many copies of that physical book to give away, and then that stops other people from getting in, of course, so that they have a limited amount of space. Because yesterday's signing was 50 minutes long. It was from 2 to 2:50. And instead of just making one long line of authors, they split them up between, I think, 4 different tables. So you had 3 authors, and then 4 authors, and then 4 authors. So I guess 3 different tables, excuse me. And so you could take those 3 books where I started, which was Gail Forman, Stephanie Perkins, and Robin Wasserman. I know I'm butchering her name. Wasserman. That like you can only get one book for each of those authors signed, and then you need to get out of that line. Oh, excuse me, get out of that line, and then get back in the other 2 if you had books from them. So yeah, that didn't work out all that well, because each line was split up between 2 lines between the people that were the rock stars, which get in faster to things, and then like the normal people who didn't, spend that much money. So that didn't exactly work out in anybody's favor, because by the time I got out of the first line, and I was like the 6th person the 11th person to get books signed. By the time I got out of that line to go to the other lines to get something signed, it was over. By the time I got in the second line, it was already 2:30. They cut the line, and it was cut way in front of me, so I didn't get my book signed from Holly Black. Here. Okay, kitty party over. So when going to a signing, there's a few things that you want to know. One, you need to find out whether or not if you can bring your own books. That is like a staple of knowing if you can bring your own books or not. The second thing is how many books you can bring. Can you bring 1? Can you bring 5? If it doesn't list it, call and ask. I was dumb. I assumed, which was my fault, that you could just bring whatever. And then, you get in line, you're done. And it never dawned on me that this was only 50 minutes long, and that the other thing stated you could only have one thing per each guest to be signed. And I got lucky. I cheated. I actually got a bunch of stuff signed. Yeah, I so cheated, but oh well. So yeah, that's definitely something you want to make sure you know the answer to. Of course, finding out whether or not if you have to pay. The next thing is know exactly the time frame of the actual, if there's a Q&A session and then a signing, the time frame of it, so that okay, if it's at 2 o'clock, I need to get there probably around noon, especially if it's a higher end author, get there early, because you're gonna want to get there. Definitely going to want to get there early, because if you get there late and you're at the back of the line, there's never a guarantee you're going to get your book signed. Always want to be early. The last time that we went to Miami, we were there, I think about 3 or 4 hours early, so we sat down, we had lunch, I looked at what books they had. They have an amazing stock of signed books, by the way. Books and Books is awesome. I kind of wish I had lived closer to Miami. Yeah, most places let you bring your own books. Only a few times have I seen on Books and Books' schedule that you weren't allowed, and that was people like Gail was it Gil Foreman, for his book that had just come out at the time. I think this was last year. You had to actually buy a book to get into the event to have it signed because they didn't want it like overpacked. Because I know that when like Stephenie Meyer and stuff was there, I think that was 2 years ago, you could just bring your own book, and it people that I talked to, it was like a madhouse, and it was like wrapped around the street, so they were trying to stop that. They were trying to avoid it. But yeah, the easiest thing to do is just ask. Call them up, ask. See what else is there. The next thing to do that I've started doing myself is I was gonna start using my business cards actually, because I have these like little cards, but I don't have enough of them, and then I have to give them a business card anyway. But the best thing to do is like get a pen or something, or probably a Sharpie, something that's nice and dark and bold, and like get a piece of paper or a Post-it or something, and then write on it, sign to, and then put your name on it, like there. It says sign to Jessica. And then the next thing you're going to want to do, oh, I can't do it with that one. You're going to want to open the book. If it's a hardback, pull this thing out of here. If it's a hardback and you have that flap, turn it to the page that you want them to sign. So you see there it is. Because then all you have to do is just grab this and it automatically opens to it. It saves time and they don't have to go searching for it. And then all you got to do is just take your little card and just shove it in there. So then when they open it, they know to sign this to Jessica. So much faster. A lot of places like Books and Books, they hand out Post-its to post on them. But I've noticed, especially if you like, when was that? We went to Miami when Tahara Mafi, Anna Carey, Cynthia Hand, and Veronica Rossi was there for their books, and it was Madhouse, and I had like three books. I had 3 books from everybody that if their stuff was out, and then I had like 3 or 4 extra books that I was getting signed for a friend. So trying to hold all those books and put the Post-its on top of them was crazy. So doing it beforehand is a really good idea. I've learned my lesson on that one. So all my books yesterday had the 3x5 cards or a business card or a piece of paper in there to tell them who in the world they need to sign it to. So it's definitely, that definitely comes in handy. Definitely comes in handy. The next thing, let's see, what else do you need to know? If you want pictures, here we go. If you want pictures, have somebody in line with you. Especially if things at like LeakyCon and stuff where you can't take the time to take your own picture, have a friend behind you, because then all you have to do is just like lean over the table, snap a picture, you know, and just be done with it. Oh, I've never heard of that before. But them giving you a number and they do it for you. See, that's interesting too. Personally, if like yesterday with that many people, because there had to have been minimum, I would say over 100 people at least, and it was crazy. That what I would have done is you would have had 2 full lines. One was the rock stars, one was the normal, and then you have just one long line of all the authors that they filter into, so that you can do like 3 rock stars to 2 normal instead of 10 to 5, because they were letting 10 rock stars through and then 5 normal, which was taking way too long, especially with as many people as were there. The general lines were much longer than the rock stars, so they needed to be able to get them through there much faster, and they did not do such a bang-up job, unfortunately. But the other thing was that I think they didn't give them enough time, because they need to allot, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes per each author, per each, like a minute per each person, because people gab. But that's the next thing is that they should have made sure that there was like people standing behind the authors or something to keep the line moving. That, you know, here's your stack, keep it in the correct order of the authors, and then I don't know, have a little trolley or something. You know, it's a little get a little platform. It's on wheels. They have all their books stacked in the correct order, and then you just move it down to the next person, and then they take it, and then they sit like, okay, here's my stack. Okay, first author, there's Kimberly Darting. Okay, they give them the book, they sign it, they put it to the side. So, you know, here. And then you just roll down to the next person. There's the next thing and the next thing, you know. And if they would have done the thing with the Post-its or whatever, and they already had your name, you know, it would have been much faster. But, I mean, they had no swag. It wasn't like a normal signing that I had ever been to at all. It wasn't very well organized, if you ask me, which a lot of people were. Ask the Jessica. Mm-hmm. But it was still fun, don't get me wrong. I still had a wonderful time. I got ribbons. I got a whole bunch of awesome buttons. I really, 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 really wish that I would have been able to go back today because they had a whole bunch of bags and stuff that I would have loved to grab. And I'm poor and I have no money. But oh well, I got ribbons. That's all that matters. I got ribbons. And these cool stickers that say I read. I actually went back and grabbed a few more of them because there was like none. There was none in that box. So I only have a few of those to give out. So sorry in advance. Sorry in advance. Okay, so this is now the end of the show. And I'm going to get off of here to go eat some dinner. And what you need to do, let's see, I wonder, does it tell me who liked this? I don't think it does. It's not like Facebook, that's for sure. If you go to the link that is on there that goes to my website and you comment on it, you can win some stuff. Let's see. I think it'll be a leaky bag. I can take one off of my giveaway. So you will win a bag of leaky swag. Leaky swag. And maybe I'll toss a book in there too. I've got tons of them. I've got like 3 boxes over there of stuff. And I'll toss a book in it. So comment on it if you want an adult book, which is just like a normal adult, not like an adult book. Like, do you want a normal adult book or a teen book? So I know what to give you. And I am out of here. Oh, I guess I should say that too. One major change that's coming to the Crossroads, I'll put this out here so everybody knows. Shipping sucks. So I am now giving my winners the option, and I will toss this link over on the event page as well. It is now posted. I'm giving all of the winners to my giveaways the option to pay for their own shipping, and it runs anywhere from 65 cents to $25 if you're overseas and you want a book. And what that does, it saves me money, which is awesome, so I can still do giveaways, as well as you will get your stuff sooner because, of course, shipping is already paid for. So it helps me out a lot. And did I mention you get your stuff faster? Because like right now, say that you enter the giveaway for today's read on, and I'm going to be picking those winners at the end of this month on the 31st, so that you know September 1st that you won or not. It might be you may not get your book until past September, unfortunately, because I'm only shipping so much stuff out anymore because I can't afford it to ship large quantities like I used to. So if you can afford to pay for your shipping, that would be awesome. But you do get something in exchange for it. If you pay for your own shipping and say you want swag, okay, so you want swag, you get more swag to go with it if you pay for your own shipping. If you want a book, you get another book. And maybe sometimes if you want swag, I might give you a book anyway. Just depends. I actually had somebody email me back today when they were going to pay for their own shipping, and they don't have PayPal. So If you don't have PayPal, it can go through Amazon e-gift card. That's fine, because that just goes right back into the site anyway, because then I can use my Amazon Prime to ship stuff out. But it ended up being that she's a teen, and the books that she won were from the adult romance read-on show. So that didn't work out so well. If by chance that happens, I will swap it. I will swap it out for something else. Don't worry. So it's a definite interesting thing. But for that reason, I have more books, of course, is what I was getting to, which I kind of lost my train of thought. That if for some reason you can't use the books that you were given, that you won, and I have to swap them out, the other books then will be up for grabs for people paying their own shipping. So there's always an interesting thing. And of course I have like over 100 books on my trade site, so, or my trade board, so there's always that. Alright, so I am out of here, and if you are interested in the book club, you can check the event page. It's on there. And I will catch you guys in an hour again. Woo, I'm getting these done. Woo! Alright, I'm out of here for the next hour. Alright, bye guys.